Well, hey everybody. I'm making some shelves that are going to go on the side of the cage right here that will hold up Lump's cage and the one below it. With these, we put them on there, and these will be strong enough with the supports to be able to work out for them. Okay, now I'm using 3-inch screws, which are pretty big. We gotta make sure this is all even. Come in at this, and then drive the screw. We gotta hold this thing really tight, but I mean, went on there. Let me do the other one. But I mean, for an electric screwdriver, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so this is what I started with. Just a bunch of lumber there. And then I made one of them. And yeah. And then there's 4 of them. And 4 of them again, and it's not that hard to get to this point. Now I just have to put it all on to the cage itself. It would be so much easier if I had this, which I'm going to get in the near future. This is the Ridgid X3 5-piece set that comes with the reciprocating saw, impact driver, hammer drill, a light, which is pointless for me, and a pretty decent circular saw. The drill is amazing. I loved it. I looked at it, and yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm going to be getting that. I imagine it's around $600 bucks, but hey, I'll be able to do so much with them. That's going to be awesome. And this is the Ryobi 4-volt electric screwdriver. Considering it's an electric screwdriver, and I did manage to screw in 22 3-inch screws into pine studs. It was pretty impressive to me, so it's okay for 30 bucks. I mean, now I'm cutting out the plywood to put on top of the little square frame shelves out of 2x4s that I made, so that the tanks will have a area to sit on, and it will distribute the weight a little bit more evenly. Because, I mean, Lump's cage isn't going to be filled with much, but I do plan on putting a concrete rock wall in there eventually, which will weigh a little bit. But then I'm going to do the same with the concrete rock wall type thing, but more coral looking in a fish tank, 10-gallon fish tank, and that is going to be completely filled with water, so that's going to weigh quite a bit. So this does have to be very strong to hold all of this weight, and I'm just cutting it out with the saw that goes on the Dremel. This is the I think the XPR Dremel or something, I can't remember, but it's the bit, and it's basically a jigsaw. I wish I had something else to cut it out with, because then the cuts would have been a lot more straight, but I'll just sand them down to make them flush with the sides. So I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so I left one of them without the plywood on top because I'm going to make that a lid, and then I screwed on the ones that will be in the center to add a little bit of strength to it. And then on the bottom one I just nailed it so it'll look better. Alright, so here's the plan. So we got Tweak's cage right here, which is what you've already seen, what I'm building onto. Then Lump's cage will go here on top, and then the fish will go down in the middle, and then on the bottom it'll just be open. The bottom here will be open, and then on the sides we have 2x4s that are holding up that sides because it's gotta be strong. And there is a lid at the top to open to access Lump. Well, now I have to wait until the electric screwdriver is done charging, because an electric screwdriver is not necessarily meant to be driving in a bunch of 3-inch long screws into anything. It's meant just for, average screwdriver use. That's why it's slow, and it's really not meant for that. In fact, the best thing to use on a 3-inch screw would probably be an impact driver, because that will just put it right into place really easy. So yeah, tomorrow I'll put another video up of me finishing it, because I have to wait overnight for this thing to charge. If I had a drill, it would be